Every generation has an iconic bad boy. James Dean, Montgomery Clift, the Fonz. For teens who came of age in the 90s, it was Luke Perry. With his strong sideburns, smoldering eyes and chiseled face, he was a teen beat dream. Luke Perry, 52, passed away on March 4 after suffering a stroke, and he leaves behind legions of fans who will always remember where they were when they'd met Bill and McKay. To put Beverly Hills 90,210's popularity in perspective, I was in 6th grade in 1992, and when our class went to camp, our principal taped the show that week so that we could watch it when we got back. So much of that was thanks to Luke Perry. Every girl in school was in love with Luke Perry. Beverly Hills 90,210 was one of television Uber producer Aaron Spelling's pet projects, and not just because it starred his daughter Tori. The show was an overnight success with tweens and teens who tuned in to watch twins Brandon and Brenda Walsh but ended up falling in love with their circle of friends. Naturally, good girl, Brenda, Shannon Doherty, fell hard for the resident bad boy of Beverly Hills, Dylan McKay, and the rest was history. After Beverly Hills 90,210, the actor pulled away from the limelight before embracing a new kind of role, playing a father in the CW hit Riverdale. This time around, Perry could still flex his acting muscles while allowing the show's new teen heartthrob KJ Oppett to take center stage. Though the show was set in one of the wealthiest zip codes in the nation, the Beverly Hills High kids had surprisingly mundane issues that viewers could relate to, and Spelling was never afraid to tackle serious issues head-on, and many of those tough issues revolved around Perry's McKay. While leather jacket-wearing Dylan McKay was a loner, Luke Perry was warm and inviting and by all accounts a charming individual. What's more is that he was never trying to be cool. He simply was cool. Girls wanted to meet him. Guys wanted to be him. Luke Perry was the poster child for what it was to be a teenager in the 1990s, even though the actor was in his 20s. Fans sympathized with his character as they watched the paradox of a loner suffering through a difficult relationship with his father while also defending kids at school from bullies. His cool factor was amplified by the fact that you never knew what to expect from him, and plenty of young fans imagined that Perry was just like his character, though all they really shared was a characteristic sexy squint and a low chill-inducing voice. Thousands of fans flocked to cast meet and greets for a chance to get close to their idols, and the crowds were massive for Perry. The 1980s and early 1990s were known for mall appearances from bands and actors, and Perry's appearances were so frequently mobbed by teen girls that he had to stop doing them when a dozen girls went to the hospital after being injured at an appearance. He took his stardom in stride, but he never let it go to his head as he remained one of the more down-to-earth members of the 90,210 cast. Luke Perry embodied what it was to be a teenager for an entire generation. Gen X transitioned through adolescence with him, and those same fans tuned into Riverdale with their kids to see him playing the father of the latest teen heartthrob. Now, the Riverdale set has gone dark, and plans for a recently announced Beverly Hills 90,210 reboot could change in light of his death. Saying goodbye to a childhood idol is never easy. Perry's loss signals the end of an era for the generation that grew up watching him on television, but thanks to the magic of reruns and Hulu, his legacy will live as new fans discover what it was like to be a teenager in the most famous zip code of all.